you guys enjoy your whatever that is.
All right. Test. Test.
Test.
Test. Test. 4, 3, 2.
We are back for segment 3. Thank you for sticking around. If you did, you get to hear the rest of the goddamn show. It's free. What do you expect?
That's right.
Brian, I know that we said offline that I was going to do this, but our main event this week, it's been a while, but we kind of get into our Mount Rushmore of things. We're going to stray a little bit from that.
Yeah.
We just you proposed a really good question. Before we do it, I need to show this. This is good. If you don't mind, if you indulge me here, I need to show. Nora drew this picture, and I just want to take a chance and show her amazing drawing skills. It is I would say a monster building. All right.
Very good.
I just needed to get that in there.
Excellent.
See, that's what happened to my producer. She's doing work. She's doing the work.
That's right.
Okay, so Brian, why don't you give us the premise of this, and everybody, you can play along at home.
Sure. I mean, I'm not going to take credit for the question. I saw this on X. You can find a lot of interesting discussion, fun questions out there, and that's where we saw this one as well. And the question is that you have been murdered. What fictional character, who do you want to avenge you? This could be any fictional character from books, movies, TV, comic books, whatever. So it's wide open. Who do you want to avenge your death?
I like this. I like this a lot.
Yes.
I have one right off the bat that comes to mind.
Go ahead.
It's going to be the same answer as a question of the week. Alf. Alf is going to be. No. I think honestly should. I did want to ask if we could put a caveat. Should we both agree that John Wick is just the general answer everybody should have?
John Wick is definitely on my list.
Right?
Yes.
Like, I mean,
right.
that seems like a given. Mm-hmm. But first person came to my mind. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to. This is what I get for not looking up the names. But Indigo Montoya from Princess Bride. You killed my father. Now prepare to die.
Oh, okay.
That dude went his whole life searching for that one guy who killed his father. His whole life, and then with his and developed expert swordsmanship on top of it, just for that one moment, and he succeeded. So, yes, thank you. Here we go. Hello, my name is Indigo Montoya. I was right. You killed my father. Not prepared to die. I have the magnet on my refrigerator.
So the determination.
That's what a producer does.
Yeah.
That's right.
Very good. Yep. The show should give you a snack or anything, or
give me a beer if I do. I guess.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah, Indigo Montoya. Okay. Princess Bride.
Well, I've already mentioned it. Wearing the shirt. I'll just say it. Frank Castle, the Punisher. So the Punisher, a lot of people know the character. You may or may not know the history. So, Frank Castle was a retired badass Marine, just having a picnic lunch with his wife and children. in Central Park, I think it was, and happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. His family got caught in a crossfire of like a mafia shootout or something like that. Killed his wife and family. He survived and decided that he was going to initiate a war on criminals. That the justice system wasn't working. The superheroes they don't do enough, and just decided that he's just going to. Not only did he go after and kill who was responsible for killing his family,
He killed
decided
everybody.
that's correct. It's just that's
No prejudice.
made him a very controversial character. And again, he's a normal guy. He's just a Marine that has the skill with marksmanship and so forth. He wound up teaming up with a guy that was helped him out with the weaponry and technology and that type of thing. But Frank Castle was that's his whole life now, is simply his war on crime. That's it. So different iterations of this, on the Daredevil series on Netflix. John, is it Bernthal? I think it is.
Bernthal, yeah. Who do you prefer?
He's very good.
He's really good. Very brooding.
He looks the part. The Punisher movie, the one with John Travolta, and I can't think of his name right now. That version, let me get it real quick here. Tom Jane, that's who it was. I'm going to look it up here.
Thomas Jane. Yep.
Tom Jane played him in that movie years ago. Now, Tom Jane was very good too. He understood the character. He's just a very broken man, Frank Castle. But John Bernthal plays a great version of that. And he's going to reprise the role in the Daredevil series coming out soon on Netflix. But the character himself, definitely give me Frank Castle to help avenge my death. Who else do you have, Dean?
All right. I'm going to go with, you know what? Clint Barton. As what was his alter ego when he was killing all the bad guys after the blip?
Ronin.
Clint Barton as Ronin.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those fight scenes, some of the sword fighting scenes with, dude, that's a badass. I mean, he was like the ultimate assassin with a bow and arrow. Then you put a sword in his hand and he becomes a fucking ninja. Come on. And they didn't do anything. It was kind of like the same idea as the Punisher is they were just bad guys who got his, to him got was coming to him because they didn't die and his family did.
Yep. Good one. I mentioned her already. The whole movie is based on Revenge, Kill Bill 1 and 2, Beatrix Kiddo, Give Me the Bride, Uma Thurman.
Yeah. One
of the most badass female characters, in my opinion, in cinema history, for my money.
Oh, yeah.
So she was left for dead, thought her baby was killed, took her baby, was in a coma. She was abused, sexually abused when she was in a coma, woke up and just was single. All she wanted to do is kill everybody who wronged her. That was what the movie was all about. And she certainly did. Just, give me Beatrix Kiddo as someone to avenge my death for sure. And she was successful.
And she went. It wasn't just the one-on-one. I mean, she left a line of bodies.
Absolutely.
Of other, again, coming back to the ninjas.
She was not going to be denied. That's right. Not going to be denied to get all the way up to Bill and ultimately kill him for leaving her for dead.
Yep.
Who else are you thinking?
Well, I got Brian Mills.
Yes, on my list as well. Yes.
I mean, one of the most quotable, incredible, brief speeches in cinema. To the point, I mean, I've got a set of special skills. It makes it very bad for you people, like you. I mean, come on. again, you messed with the wrong dude, and he showed him why.
Yeah, don't fuck with his daughter, man. That was
Nope.
it. To fuck with his daughter is like, nope, not having it. And they definitely paid the price for fucking with his daughter. And that was a movie where, if I recall correctly, that was like Liam Neeson in a whole different light. That was the first role where he was just a
Action movie.
badass.
Yep.
Yeah. Now they keep putting him in those type of roles and all that, and I don't know. Certainly, some are better than others, but you're right. In that first movie, in that initial role, when he had that, just his accent and that the whole thing, that initial phone call where he has a unique set of skills or whatever.
Right.
That's like, woof. Yeah, I loved him in that role. Very good one. How about Dean? How it is?
Yeah,
Now,
I'll avenge your death.
yeah, sure. Thank you.
Oh, you were just. Oh, sorry.
I like that. Unless it's like too far, you got to walk too far or something.
Yeah.
Tiring.
I have limits. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, one of our favorite movies.
Your killer is in arm's length. I might slap him.
That's right. That's right. I know this is both of our favorite movies, and it's a real person, but the portrayal of him in this movie was a real badass. Wyatt Earp, played by Kurt Russell.
Ooh,
and
good.
Tombstone.
Damn it, that's probably that wins.
Give me that version of Wyatt Earp with Kurt Russell, just like
hell's coming with me. Just his anger and the spittle and the mustache. Just God bless him.
Yeah. Don't you fuck with his family? You
That's
killed
America's
his brother.
Mustache right there.
That was yeah. I know we had an episode a while back with best mustaches, and Kurt Russell was definitely on that list for sure. Probably several times, a few times over.
But he gets his own mountain, I think.
Yeah, that's true. No, but I love that version of Wyatt.
Yep.
You can certainly argue, Val Kilmer as well as Doc Holliday's up there, but Kurt Russell in that role was determined he's going to kill every cowboy gang member, and that's it, and wipe them out.
You got a red sash, you're going down.
That's it. That's right.
See, we've been kind of going on these of like revenge movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick somebody randomly here that wasn't part of revenge, but I know that they would really, be able to take care of it. And Absolutely. I'm going the Mandalorian, season 2, Mandalorian season 2 version of Luke Skywalker.
Oh, yes. Right.
Taking out all those droids when he was probably at his fucking peak of badassery that we've never got to see.
Yeah.
Besides that moment of just laying waste. Yeah. So yeah, Luke Skywalker's next on my list.
That's a great one. What a great scene that was too.
Yeah. The excitement. I had fucking tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
As soon as the ship was coming in and you realized it was.
So the X-Wing coming in. Yeah.
You couldn't wipe that goddamn smile off our faces.
Oh,
so
man.
good.
Yeah. That's a great one. Yeah. Very good. How about Dean, the John Rambo?
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Right. So now, of course, the first Rambo movie really was nothing to do with revenge, or really badass.
No.
It was really
no. But again, we don't necessarily need to be about revenge movies. You just that dude could just run through and get the job done and find your killer and make him pay.
Now, certainly, they kind of developed the character further and had a whole series here where Rambo was his ultimate badass with a bow and arrow and weaponry and this and that and the other. Yeah. But definitely, and then the Sylvester Stallone in that era, to have your death avenged by that head of hair he had at the time, which I'm sure was natural in the original in the 80s, I'm sure.
Sure.
That's you could have worse people certainly avenging your death than the beautifully coiffed, cut Sylvester Stallone, and just like an arrow, like right through. I don't even want the arrow like to instantly kill whoever killed him. I want to pierce them and incapacitate them to allow John Rambo to come up and do some type of horrific a death to whoever killed me.
Yeah,
you know?
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, with you going Sylvester Stallone, now I'm thinking to myself, I've got to pick Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Sure.
But who do you go with? I mean, there's so many options to go from. But I have one scene.
Go ahead.
I have one scene in a movie that that stuck out with me as a kid of being one of the most brutal death scenes, but like just and I don't remember honestly a lot of the movie in general, except that end death scene in Commando.
Yeah.
With the pipe through the guy. And that dude was, first of all, what? Can we give that guy his flowers? I don't know who that dude was. I'm going to look it up. That dude is a bad guy.
A lot of movies.
A lot of 80s movies. Like, he played the perfect fucking bad guy.
He was in, I think he was in Mad Max, Dean. He was in Mad Max. He was in Weird Science, where he sort of reprised that weird type Mad Max.
That's
role.
right. That's right.
He was the guy at the end of the movie. Yeah.
Bennett. His name was Bennett in the movie. That's right. The actor named Vernon Wells. Vernon Wells, from Commando to Frost to Mad Max, Weird Science. Yeah, I know we got off the idea of getting it, but let's give Vernon Wells his fucking flowers of like being. Actually, you know what? There's an episode for us. Best 80s bad guys.
I like that. Oh, that's maybe a good one.
We could workshop the details, but bad guys.
Yeah, actors that played bad guys. We did our favorite villains. Maybe the actors who played them. I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go. John Matrix was his name in Commando.
Yeah, that's great. By the way, as a sidebar, there's a video out there you can find. It's like the end of Commando. Has like it kind of reprised all the characters. You know what? Never mind. That's Predator. I'm way off. So forget it. Forget. I just said that.
You're talking about the 80s music? Yeah, I just watched that the other day. How fucking great was that?
Although that's a good version of Schwarzenegger. It would be good to avenge your death. But you know what?
Sure.
I'll give you Schwarzenegger. I mentioned earlier here too. His Conan the Barbarian. Again, that movie. That's what that movie was. He was a kid. He was taken prisoner. He saw his parents murdered, his village, everybody in this whole village killed, and he was taken prisoner, and he was just on that wheel, that pressing the wheel, and the movie progressed and showed him as a kid growing up, pushing that wheel, pushing. He got strong and grew up into Arnold Schwarzenegger. They made him the barbarian and all that stuff. He eventually broke free, got loose. And let's say set him free. And he just went on to avenge his village's death. So yeah, give me Conan the Barbarian, played by Schwarzenegger, as one to avenge my death for sure. The whole beheading with a sword, that's fantastic.
All right, so I'm going to go the easy route. Is there a better vengeful than the Batman?
Great one. Yes.
That dude, I mean, it turned him into justice.
That's right.
I mean, cap off a couple of guys' parents and he becomes the knight. Come on.
That's a great one, man. Yeah, just right. Just not killing anybody. But certainly beat the crap out of you, and will come after you.
They say that, but like some of these like falls and stuff, somebody had to have died ultimately. You know what I mean? So something, an infection set in because he broke their arm, and they didn't have great health care in Gotham. So I have to assume somebody died some way somehow. So I don't buy the whole not killing thing.
Well, certainly the Michael Keaton version, he did kill a couple of people, including the Joker, of course, where he knocked him through the tower there. But yeah,
and since he's the best Batman, that's what I'm going to go on.
Yep, that's a good one. Yep. I said Dr. Latari, it's like he pulled him off the helicopter. That's how he killed him. But anyway.
Right.
One of Nick's favorite movies. We'll honor Nick here. Started out in the comics, and they're going to reboot the movie, The Crow.
Okay,
so
yeah.
The Crow came back literally from the dead, was brought back, and his whole existence was to avenge the death of himself and his wife. Brutally. Great Brandon Lee, of course, played the role originally. There was a Crow 2, which I don't even remember seeing. And the new one's going to be coming out with Bill Skarsgård. It looks good in what I've seen. Yeah. So I think it'll be interesting. But yeah, the Crow, that's all that character is vengeance.
Yeah, I mean, once you get into the supernatural type situation, I mean, if this dude can come back and if Spike can bring him back from the dead to kill people, yeah, I want that dude to do it. That makes sense.
Absolutely. Unstoppable.
Okay, I'm going to put somebody on this list that you would never think about putting on the list. I don't know even if you remember this movie. If you did, God bless you. And if you're listening and you remember this movie, God bless you. I want my death to be avenged by the Wraith. Is that crickets? Because it was in the 1986 B movie with Charlie Sheen. He was killed by a gang, and he comes back from the dead as a alien ghost demon car thing. They never explain what he is, but like he's in a suit or whatever, like a biker helmet or whatever, but he drives this badass car that explodes and runs people over. They shoot it, and it's indestructible because Charlie Sheen's dead ultimately because the gang killed him. But he mauls through the gang of people like Jamie Bosian, which that guy we will talk about when we do our actors playing great bad guys. Randy Quaid's in it. Let's see. But yeah, Christopher Bradley, David Shiro. Yeah, Charlie Sheen. It was one of those that I remember distinctly the very first time I saw it was on Big Chuck and Little John. It was one of those movies.
Oh man. But
it was, as a kid, I watched it so many times. But he was a ghost car that avenged his own death, and murdered all of the gang members who happened to do it.
Wow.
The Wraith. That's right. I got the Wraith on a fucking list.
Man.
Boy. I can stop the podcast. I'm fucking happy, man.
Hashtag winning.
Hashtag winning. I am. That's my list. That's it. I can't go any further than the fucking Wraith. I put Charlie Sheen on my list of heroes.
Yeah, we're fairly certain Charlie Sheen is a regular listener of this very podcast.
That's right.
I'm sure he'll love to hear that you are a fan of his work, The Wraith.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. I kind of want to see that now. Maybe it's a good bad.
That's a good outside. That's a good outside movie.
Yeah, that's very good. I like it. I don't know. I just had a couple. I had just a couple more here. The Dirty Harry. Excuse me, Dirty Harry.
Ooh, yep, Dirty Harry's a good one.
Yeah, yep. Clint Eastwood. Harry Callahan is the cop. It's just vengeful cop. Go ahead and make my day. Take out your killer with a 45 Magnum. That's pretty good.
Let's not even. You got to suspend disbelief of the idea that this police officer's allowed to carry this sidearm, which by no means, I don't care what decade you're in, they're not going to issue or let you carry on person that giant fucking hand cannon. So
yeah, not going to happen. And he would have been immediately taken off the force and probably in jail
Yes.
for his tactics and everything else. But
What he did was technically murder. I mean,
that's right.
if you're getting to the nuts and bolts of it, Dirty Harry murdered people.
It worked well in the late 70s and the 80s.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, And Clint Eastwood again in the role of the man with no name, the old westerns he did with, the Good, Bad, the Ugly, A Fistful of Dollars for a Few Dollars More was the trilogy of the man
the spaghetti
with no
westerns. The spaghetti
Yes.
westerns.
Correct. Just in that role, he was just a total. Actually, Clint Eastwood had a few roles in westerns where he was a vengeful. Unforgiven was another one with Morgan Freeman. Was a very good movie as well.
Yes.
He came back. So, how about that? Just in general, give me Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, let's just say Clint Eastwood.
In
I like that.
In a western movie, is a gunslinger, will come back and fucking blow your ass away. Quickly.
I appreciate that, but I would allow you to just go Clint Eastwood. Look at just some of the other. Do you remember what was it? Heartbreak Ridge.
Sure.
Where he was the drill instructor. Like, he's been a badass in everything. Like Bridges over Madison County. I'll let that dude avenge my death. Sure, why not?
Sure. Yeah, we just talked about the one with the car. The car was anyway.
El Camino.
Yes, I think that was it. El Camino.
Okay. I didn't see that movie.
It's not El Camino, but it's named after a car. But it's a very good movie where he comes. Didn't he play
the old racist?
Yes.
Or am I thinking of a different movie?
No, that was it.
Okay, so he played himself at the end.
Gran Torino.
That's like
right.
a video game, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, Gran Torino, Dean. That was it. The movie was named after the car, so that's what it was here. But they were this gang was bothering his neighbors in the movie, and he kind of turned it around and realized that people were people, and he befriended them and wound up avenging something that happens in the movie. Very, very good. So you're right, Clint Eastwood in general. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Any others come to mind, sir?
No, but I think I've served my purpose here with the Wraith.
It's hard to top the Wraith.
It is.
It's hard to top the Wraith.
You're gonna love it so much when we watch it in the backyard.
Yeah. Well, Dean, it's hard to top the Wraith. One thing that may top the Wraith movie is an electric bike from our friends at RPM Bike Shop. You could ride an electric bike to avenge your death.
Ooh,
that's pretty
like
good.
That.
You got to keep the energy.
Yeah.
You don't have all that pedaling, that walking.
Your feet, your legs aren't going to be tired.
Exactly. Right. So I picture like Clint Eastwood in the Old West riding an electric bike with a 6-shooter. Something like that. So we'll
sure.
Whatever you want. But look our friends up on Facebook, RPM Bike Shop, or give them a call, 330-808-7792. Take your revenge out on using too much energy to take a long, nice bike ride. Find them on Facebook and social media.
See, and I do want to apologize for talking about the Wraith so much on this episode, but Brian, I can't help it. When you see a movie like that as a child, it gets tattooed into your brain.
That's right. And
what better way to celebrate something that's tattooed on your brain than tattooing it on your body? Go to Golden Heart Tattoos in Norton. Or that's how you're going to find them on Facebook, but they're now in Wadsworth. And call these guys, set up an appointment, and get Charlie Sheen's face or the Wraith car itself tattooed on your body, because once you see the movie, it's going to be tattooed on your brain. Guys, give them a call at 234-706-2982. That is 234 706-2982. And when they do, they're in the process of changing the name since the move and such. We will let you know of all the changes and names and such when we get that info. But until then, call them, set up an appointment, get yourself a badass tattoo. Yeah, that's about it, right?
That's it. Very good, sir.
Think we've solved the world's problems.
As usual. All right, so we're going to remind everybody out there, Dean, find us wherever you listen to podcasts. Find us on our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Find us on our Linktree page, Linktree Convincing Idiots. Find us on our website, convincingidiots.wordpress.com. Hope to see you next week. And have we convinced you that Clint Eastwood should avenge your untimely death? Made my day.
Hey, did you like that video? You know you did, and we know you did. So stop screwing around and go like that video, subscribe to our channel, and join us for some more.
Ham gravy.
Or if you listen to podcasts, watch us and our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you there. I don't like that. Yeah, right. I don't know if I like that or not. I hope to see you there. I like that tagline we did before.
I like I liked where you're going with that about avenging or whatnot. You can play with something on that.
Yeah. Okay. Is it okay, or should I redo it? I like to be stupid with us.
It is okay.
You know, we used that. We stumbled across. You said something like that. Where it's like, come be stupid with us. Should we use that more often or no?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Okay. So instead of saying hope to see you there, come be stupid with us. Feel stupid with us. That's what it was. Feel stupid with us.
Yeah.
No?
I like it. No, I like it.
Okay. All right, one more time. Go ahead.
Come be... I'm trying to think of what sounds...